As confident as Elon Musk is in what he says and what he does, this might probably be the most bizarre piece of confidence which Musk might have shown from his end. This is because Musk has given an open invitation to the president of Russia. What is that invitation for? A fistfight. That's right, the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine right now is something that Musk has become a part of, even though it's not his area of expertise. And funnily enough, he has offered the Russian president to fight against him, with the stakes as high as ever. Post-Russia invasion. After Russia's invasion took place, many people feared that Ukraine's internet access would be cut off using cyber attacks or due to the disruption of the internet infrastructure, or even worse, both could take place. While there have been temporary outages of the internet along with cyber attacks on Ukraine's government websites, for the most part, there hasn't been a widespread internet blackout yet. This is a good sign for Ukraine to hope that things remain this way. With several immigrants still stuck in their country, the last thing they would want is limited internet access. This is something that the Prime Minister of Ukraine, Mikhailo Fedorov, took quite seriously and immediately called for help. The Prime Minister appealed to Elon Musk for help by sending him a tweet. A track full of Starlink satellite dishes known as dishies showed up in Ukraine earlier this week. Musk also managed to turn on Starlink service in the country, which ushered great applause for the owner of Tesla, as he managed to play a massive part in rescuing the world from where it was headed. It isn't clear when Ukraine will need alternate internet service, but as long as Ukraine has support of the wealthiest man on the planet, it seems that they have the right allies by their side. Fedorov tweeted to Musk, "At Elon Musk, while you try to colonize Mars, Russia try to occupy Ukraine. While your rockets successfully land from space, Russian rockets attack Ukrainian civil people. We ask you to provide Ukraine with Starlink stations and address sane Russians to stand." However, this support could backfire on Ukraine because if Russia were to trace the satellite signals and target whoever was using them, it could endanger the lives of Ukrainian citizens. These are simply people who are availing of the service, and they do not have a say in the two countries' politics. If the world leaders looked at this situation like the innocents do, there wouldn't be so much loss of life. Musk assisting Ukraine in this regard was deemed unacceptable by the Russian president and Russia themselves. Musk helping out their enemies isn't something that Russia expected, but being the richest man globally, it's no surprise that Musk has sided with the country fighting for peace. The Russia-Musk situation and Musk's threat. Even though Elon Musk might not know the best thing to do at a specific time, he's always someone who invites attention and a lot of criticism towards himself. Musk thrives on fame and being the richest man globally. That doesn't surprise anyone. Nevertheless, when he proposed his grand idea on Twitter, many people laughed at him and said that why would Musk even think something like this? People even replied to his tweet, but Musk said he was earnest about taking the whole thing through. Speaking of the grand idea, it was Musk's dig at Russian President Vladimir Putin. Musk said that he would like the Russia-Ukrainian dispute put to bed, and the idea he proposed was to have a one-on-one duel with the Russian president. The CEO of Tesla launched a challenge to the Russian president, where he offered him a fight with stakes being Ukraine. Musk tweeted this on March 14th, 2022. "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin to single combat," the billionaire wrote on his Twitter account. "Stakes are Ukraine," he added. Having 78 million Twitter followers, this tweet was already liked more than 161,000 times. And many of Musk's followers would believe that the man is serious about what he said. But Musk followed up on that when he replied under the original tweet in Russian while tagging Putin saying, "Do you agree to this fight? at Kremlin Russia _E?" Many people had conflicting opinions on these tweets, to where they thought that this was another one of Musk's jokes. People tweeted to Musk saying that this isn't a joke and honest people suffer. Musk assured them that he was earnest and would stick to his word. If Putin turns up, then the fight will happen. The Russian president, however, has bigger fish to fry. One user asked Musk, "Did you think this through, or am I missing something?" To which Musk replied, "I'm serious." We believe you, Elon. We believe you. Musk did not give any details of the form of fight that would take place, since it was told to be a duel by himself then. As per rules of the 15th century, fights took place with swords or spears between nobles, whereas ordinary people fought with sticks. The fight would be over in 10 seconds. It would depend on how much damage Elon would want to do and how fast. Nothing else. A fan posted. Elon is also 19 years younger, added a Musk fan with a graph comparing the physical build of the businessman and Putin. With people having their fun in the speculations, Musk replied by telling about a previous fighting experience of his. Yeah, I did manage to throw the world champion sumo wrestler, but at the cost of smashing a disc in my neck that caused me insane back pain for 7 years. Musk later claimed, as another participant republished an article touting his martial arts skills. The talk of the fight came to the attention of Mikhailo Fedorov, who proposed to Musk to send Putin to Jupiter. We can send him to Jupiter just in case, Fedorov posted. It was a wonderful, lighthearted moment between the billionaire and vice PM, considering all tension in Ukraine. Nevertheless, whether a fight will take place or not is still far from being known, so we shouldn't expect a reply from Putin on Musk's tweet. Musk and Rogozin's argument. Of course, considering the number of supporters Putin has in his own country, it doesn't surprise that someone came up like this to defend Putin. Not many people expected it to be the Director General of Roscosmos. After Musk tweeted to Putin about his challenge, Dmitry Rogozin, the Director General of Roscosmos, Russia's National Space Agency, traded words with Musk. Their war of words began in March after Musk tweeted that threat. Of course, users of Twitter joined in on the fun with the tweet bagging 330,000 likes in just 2 days. Rogozin was quick to reply to the world's richest man by tweeting a verse from Alexander Pushkin's The Tale of the Priest Band of his Workman Balda. He called Musk a devil and told him to fight with him instead of Putin in the lines he quoted. Because fighting with Putin would be a waste of time for Putin because he'd be trounced. That's a lot of confidence Rogozin was showing from a side of a person who wasn't even replying to Musk's tweet. And Musk replied as well, which we would ultimately expect him to do. Now that he bought Twitter, he won't be letting anyone bully him on there, that's for sure. Musk then tweeted, if Putin could so easily humiliate the West, he would accept the challenge, but he will not. Musk also proceeded to reply to Rogozin, saying, I see you are a tough negotiator. Okay, you can have 10% more pay-per-view money. There's that Elon we know with his funny remarks. That wasn't the only thing Musk said. He said that Putin could even bring out his bear. He then attached an edited photo of Putin riding a bear and a picture of himself with a flamethrower beside it. Did we tell you how much we love the internet? Rogozin didn't stop either. He came at Musk using an old tweet of Musk where he said he made most of his recordings while he sat on the toilet. Rogozin's tweet said, Elon, get off the toilet, then we'll talk. Elon replied with an extract from Fyodor Dostoevsky's Idiot, saying, a fool with a heart and no mind is just as unfortunate a fool like a fool with a mind without a heart. These would be the last exchanges that the two of them would have. Putin's warning and Musk's proposition. Before this war of words took place on Twitter during the start of the war, Putin made it clear that nobody should come in the way of Russia because if they will, they were going to face unbearable consequences. That certainly isn't going to stop Musk from opposing his stance. This is because, apart from supporting Ukraine, Musk is looking for peace between the two countries. The peace would allow both countries to coexist. That is what this whole world wants. But Putin has other ideas. If the two of them do sit down to have a chat, then it certainly won't be pretty. That's for sure.